Hey guys, Brian Schroeder here with Buyers Club. I got Jeff Garner with Homestretch Property Management here. You've been in the real estate business for what, all your life?
All my life.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
all my life. Long time.
You became an agent like right out of high school, didn't you? Or something?
1997.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. So you know, and you're an investor.
Yep.
So you got your own rentals, and you've got a real estate license. You've wholesaled, you've rehabbed, so you understand investors.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
tell us a little bit about your company.
So I built my management company to manage the 110 rentals that I had while I owned Starting Point Real Estate.
Yeah.
Wholesaling and flipping 100 properties a year.
Yep.
And so I built a management company to manage my own rentals.
Yep.
So there just wasn't a lot of good management out there. And I had taken it back from my properties back from another management company because they just weren't doing a good job, and I knew no one was going to treat them like as well as I could. No one was going to take care of my properties like I could take care of them, because for me, building a rental portfolio is wealth.
Yes.
That's my wealth. That's not my income. That's my wealth.
Yep.
And it's a long play. So built a management company to manage my own rentals, how I wanted them managed.
Yep.
And had no plans on taking on others' rentals. And then a couple of years ago, I just kind of needed a change. I've been doing this since 1997, man, and I've got under 3,500 transactions under my belt, from buying, selling, wholesaling, flipping, as an agent for other investors. And so I decided that I wanted to kind of go all in on the management, take 26 years of resources, buying, selling, flipping, renting, that I built up for myself and my team, and converted it all to management. I decided I was going to put all those resources in to help other investors do what I did, and start building their portfolios. And so, as Homestretch Property Management, that's all I do. I burned all the other boats, right? And so,
you're not wholesaling or flipping
I'm
anymore?
not wholesaling or flipping anymore. No, if someone calls and they want to sell, I'll generally send them out to my owners.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I took all those resources, rehabbers, in-house staff, property managers, leasing, and just built, the best management company out there.
All right, so let's go through that just a little bit. So, I think one of the issues that investors have, especially if you're maybe an out-of-town investor or something, is the rehab process. So, do you help owners that buy a new property to rehab it, or do you just do turnovers for them?
Well, there's a couple people that we cater to the most, and that is for investors, like you explained. Some investors will call us and say, okay, we're buying a new house. Here's the address. We close Friday.
Yeah.
We'll go over there Friday, get the keys for them, put a lockbox on, get the utilities put in our name, and then get them bids to do the work.
Okay.
So a lot of our investors are out of state. That's just how it is these days. So 75% of them are out of state. So they need boots on the ground. So we kind of solve that. We'll even do we'll do the rehab for them if we're going to manage their property.
Yeah.
We're not just rehabbing for anyone. It's only if you're one of our owners.
Yep.
And then we'll take that all the way through leasing and into putting a tenant in, collecting rent, and getting the mailbox money going, and on to the next one. So we try to solve all the hard stuff. Renovations, all the scary stuff that keep people out of the investment game.
Yep.
And that's what we like to do with you guys.
Yeah.
And all the properties you sell and your investors. Hey, give them the comfort of knowing not only do they have the best team in town to find them the deals, that once they get them, that from utilities, renovations, we got them covered on the other end.
Yeah.
Place tenants and go from there. The other people we help a lot of is investors that have been self-managing for years. Maybe they got 5, 10, 15, 20. It started off with, sure, I've got time to manage this one property. Next thing you know, they got 10. Properties are coming up. They're deciding not to raise rents, or they're renewing bad tenants because they don't have time to find the new tenant or turn it over. And so they will bring their portfolios to us, and we'll optimize them. We get the right tenants, get the rents raised like they're supposed to, get the portfolio performing, and most of the time they end up making more money than they were, even with paying a management fee. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
You're having fun?
I'm having a blast again, man. I'm back. My juices are flowing. I'm back in it.
Which part of it do you enjoy the most?
I love my team, man.
Yeah,
I love
building
running the team.
Gotcha.
And I have really smart people doing property management. I have a CFO handling all the accounting for my owners.
Yeah,
Everybody gets a statement at the end of the month that can turn it over to their accountant.
yeah.
I still do the stuff I like.
Sales.
Bringing on doors,
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
And then I go and a couple times a week and I'll go to some properties and,
Yeah.
sometimes help the team walk a property, look at a new property we're bringing on. If there's a turn, I'll check on the progress, things like that. Same thing
Yeah.
we've done for 25 years.
Yep.
Driving around looking at houses
Yep.
and talking to people. That's
Yep.
my favorite part. I still haven't given that up.
That's awesome. How many
Yeah.
doors are you managing now?
500.
500. And
Yeah.
roughly what's the size of your team these days?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Are any of those 13 actually maintenance guys in the field?
Oh, I have 4 guys in the field.
Okay.
Yep, on that side.
Yep.
From one does renewal inspections,
Okay.
move-ins, move-out inspections, onboarding, occupancy inspections.
Yep.
Other guy does maintenance calls all day and night, and then the other 2 are a make-ready crew.
Okay.
And then I have
Lots of subs.
25 subs
Yeah.
for any and every little thing we need in between. We get to a house same day. There's a
Yeah.
maintenance call, unless it's something, we're booked and it's not an emergency. We'll get there the next day. But
Yeah.
our goal is to be on top of it.
Awesome.
We want good tenants to stay
Yep.
and be willing to pay rent increases.
Yep.
And so
Are you doing, I think a lot of investors are curious, do you do Section 8 or just market rent or both?
it's the tenant. The best tenant wins.
Okay, so you do
If they got a
Section 8 if it's-
voucher, yeah, absolutely. If they have a voucher, great. But it's the best tenant wins. We're not, application, we go through our screening process. If they have a voucher, awesome. If
Yeah.
they don't, that's okay too. They have to qualify. They've got to pass, employment verification, rental, landlord history. Everything's got to check. But absolutely, we take Section 8.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Very cool. And just in the St. Louis market, you don't go anywhere else, right?
I'm St. Louis County, Jefferson County, St. Charles County.
Yep.
We're dabbled. I'm not really broken to the Illinois side.
Yeah.
I can, but that's some more hoops I have to jump through. Will probably be next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the St. Louis metro area on the Missouri side,
Yep.
maybe on the Illinois side sometime in the future.
Yep. Absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for
man.
coming in, man. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I
All
love
right.
it.
All
I'll
right.
see you tonight.
All right. So.
All right.